Let's get up again, guys. How's everybody doing? All right. Don't you just love when someone starts a conversation with a question you know they don't give a shit about the answer to? So I used to have this boss, and he'd walk up to you, and he'd cock his head and go, "What do you know?" Really awkward way to start a conversation, but once I realized he didn't give a shit at what I was responding with, I come on to him like, penguins don't have knees. And if you're ever going to get in a fight with an animal, pick the penguin. You can flip that thing pretty frequently. Other people started to catch on to what was going on, so he would talk to other people on my team, and they'd come up and be like, you know, a kangaroo can't hop backwards, right? And then they'd say something like, oh, if you're ever going to fight a kangaroo, you got to whip out some jiu-jitsu moves and win from the back. So, and then his peers started to figure it out too, so as soon as they would come up to him and they would open up with something like, the hippopotamus is no more killer man. Really fast and agile on land, so you got to use your NFL spin moves to get the fuck out of there. He's doing really good at his job in his career. Now he's giving safety seminars to the OC Animal Control. So guys, I got a physics degree. I'm really shitty at spelling. I still don't know why there's no F in physics. There are a shit ton of those on my English report card, though. So I'm not saying that'd be a brainiac. It's more like if Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory got drunk, said, "Screw it, I'll take a job in IT." So I've had some fun IT jobs. I worked for a company that decided to sell our cubicles over the weekend and never tell anybody. So that was I had to go to my boss on a Monday and go, "Hey, this is an odd question. I really hope I never, ever, ever have to ask this question ever again in my career. But have you seen my cubicle anywhere?" So it did expose a lot, because when the cubicle's gone, you can see everybody's books and mugs and pictures of the kids and stuff like that where it was sitting, because they didn't move anything or pack anything. They just left everything on the floor. Then you get to my cube over here. It's got my computer, my books, and then my whole collection of sock puppets. So don't judge me on this. It's the only way to get through an hour conference call with someone yammering in your ear. So another cool thing, well, I do have 2 Great Danes, and if you ever want to feel like you're ever a celebrity, get 2 Great Danes. You can't ever go out in public. Everybody comes out of the woodwork, come up to you and tell you these random facts or like random stories, and they'll actually go through their whole life story to get their one Great Dane experience. So you end up having to kind of answer a lot of the same questions over and over and over. Like, yeah, they look like horses, haha. Yes, they have really big shits. Yes, they eat a ton. So, and then the other thing too, that people love to come up to us and be like, "Hey, did you know that they only live to be 8 years?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I got commitment issues." So you also have to start explaining things you never thought you'd ever have to explain to people. So when your friends or family come over to watch TV, dogs or Great Danes, they drool a ton. So when they shake their head, it goes everywhere. So you're constantly explaining to people that the streaks on the TV are dogs. And then a really fun one is when door-to-door salesmen come to the house and their jaw just drops because there's these giant turds in the front yard. And you're constantly explaining them like, "No, it's not you, it's just my neighbor Ronnie." So one other kind of crazy thing I never ever thought I'd have to ever explain in my life was that I don't beat my wife. That's a really odd one to ever have to explain to anybody, and I think I need to elaborate that on a little bit more. And it was on a Wednesday night. My wife was bending over to pet the dog, and it jumped up full force. You have a 175-pound dog just like right between the eyes. So it was a good knock. And then by Friday, she was full raccoon-eyed. And so we had to go on a date, and if you look at it, if you ever have to experience that, there's no amount of handfuls of makeup that can ever. You can layer it, layer it, layer it. And we were sitting at dinner one night, and there was a couple just sitting there looking at us, and it was really awkward stares. And of course, I'm really uncomfortable because I'm sitting right next to my wife, who looks kind of like a cyclops. And I finally had to lean over and look, and I was like, look, guys, I didn't tell her twice, the dog did. Guys, I really appreciate the time. Thank you so much.